What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Fan01 here, and today we're back again with another Transformer figure review, and by demand, yes, I was told this time by demand, we are going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series 86 Leader Class Sludge. Yes, I have had this for a while. Why haven't I done a review on it? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I never claimed to be an expert on the subject, but hey, it's good. So, anywho, correction, Dinobot Sludge. So basically, yeah, this guy is based off of his appearance in the Transformers 1986 movie. You can definitely see his counterpart in the background there with that going on. And yes, he is going to be a scale comparison today in this video, so be on the lookout for those figures. And I'm pretty dang sure this guy's going to end up at Ross here pretty soon. This is not a guarantee that he will end up at Ross, but I'm pretty positive he will end up being at Ross. Like it's a pretty for sure thing that he'll be at Ross. Starting fact that I can tell you for a fact he will be at Ross is the fact that his wave mate is currently at Ross. Yeah, his wave mate being Studio Series Leader Class Revenge of the Fallen, Leader Class The Fallen. So, you know, it's pretty clear where this guy's headed. So, anywho, I did not get this guy at Ross. This was actually given to me by somebody whom I don't even remember their name at this point. But this was given to me basically for free. I traded something, which I also did not have to pay for that previous item. So basically, yes, I did get this for free. So, yeah, I'm going to go with that. He is like I said, based off of his appearance in the Studio Series 86 movie. Or not Studio Series 86. The Transformers, the movie, 1986. That's what he's based off of. Okay, there we go. However, I do know that when he does come in packaging, because I have seen it many times previously, this head and neck piece is it's kind of detached from his body, so you kind of like have to, like slide it into place, and that I did not have to deal with because that guy the person already did it for me, so I didn't have to really worry about that. So yeah. Anywho, as you can clearly see with the figure, it's got silver paint in all the right places. It's got the gold paint in all the right places. It's got all the gray plastic in all of the gray plastic places where it needs to be. It's got all of the paint exactly where it needs to be. Like, this is not a joke, people. The head on the dinosaur does rotate, so if you do want him to have that going on, you can. But I prefer to just leave it like that. So, the mouth does open. Does open up like that, and there is a peg inside his mouth, and it's like there's a peg right in there. So if you do have flame effects parts, you can totally give him flame effects parts shooting out of his mouth. I do not have flame effects parts that are adaptable to this, but if he did, that's what it would look like. Hooray. So anyways, so now that we've taken a look at that, we can look at his one accessory that he does come with, and this guy was designed after after the fact that they were not going to do any more with the little minifigures like Wheelie. Like, they were kind of done with the idea of that, so they kind of just ditched that, and they just gave us his gun instead of his sword. Why they did this, I'm not sure, because honestly, it makes no sense. If you're going to give us the Dinobot, why don't you give us the sword instead of just giving us the gun? So it is cast in this black plastic, and it's painted in gold paint. This, however, does have that port on the end there, so if you do want to take your fire or you want to take your blast effects parts, this one's a little loose, but wait, no, just because the camera's on now, you're gonna hold it. Okay, well, there we go. See, but basically, that's what it'll look like if you do decide to put the blast effects in. So, all right. And it does store in dinosaur mode. You just have to flip him up to the underside of his belly where there is this massive gaping hole. If there is one thing I have to nitpick about it, it is this gaping hole. So then, basically, there are two pieces on the back of this gun here, one here and one there, and basically there are 2 ports right here on the bottom of what will become his feet, and you basically just want to align all of this up like so and just peg it on in, and there you have him with his thing, and it's just sticking out there. So I mean, if you want to give him an appendectomy fire blast, I mean, there you go. There's your appendectomy fire blast. I don't know what medical procedure I'm butchering, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on there. But anywho, we're gonna remove this because this is not pertinent for the transformation, and that we're going to get into scale comparisons. So first scale comparison we're going to get into here is we're going to get into his buddy, his pal, his good old pal here, Grimlock, Studio Series 86 Grimlock. And as you can see, leader class to leader class, they're both pretty good. So here he is next to leader class Slag or Slug and Daniel. So as you can see, like I said, leader class, it's pretty obvious. I mean, pretty big figures. It's pretty nice. These Dinobots, by the way, we're gonna get a nice family photo going on here, and as soon as we're done with this guy, we're gonna be actively on the hunt looking for Slag, or for Slag, or not Slag, Snarl. Excuse me. We're gonna be on the hunt looking for Snarl. That's Slag, but we're looking for Snarl after this guy, so we can review him next. So let's move him off to the side. Let's move Slug off to the side here. Here he is next to Earthrise Prime. Leader class Earthrise Prime. And as you can clearly see, not leader class to leader class. This is more like Voyager class to leader class. His accessories made him a leader class. But it is quite nice to see the leader of the Autobots standing next to his fleet of Dinobots. He will be in the family photo. Don't worry, people. We have not forgotten about him. So, and here he is next to Netflix Bumblebee. As you can see how that scales. Zoom on in a little bit there. So, and last but not least, here he is with Studio Series 86 Cliff Jumper, or Buzzworthy Bumblebee Studio Series 86 Cliff Jumper. And let's zoom back out. And now that we've done that, we've taken a look at the scale comparisons in dinosaur mode, let's take a look at how he looks in robot mode. Now, to start things off with this transformation, I must warn people, this transformation is very, very fiddly, very much a pain in the neck. And at some point, if you hear expletives and problems, there's reasons why. So, anywho, to start things off, what you're kind of wanting to do is come to the back section here and just kind of just bring this back a little bit. Just bring it back a little bit. You don't need to do anything else with it. Actually, don't even do that. Just basically don't even do that. Just, yeah. To start things off, you're going to want to come to these side panels here, which are on the bottom, and you kind of want to just bring them out a little bit, just to kind of loosen them up. Then untab them from this, because they do this, or untab the dinosaur head from the neck piece in the robot mode. Then come to these after they've loosened up a little bit. But before you do that, you're going to want to, good lord, actually no, let's just accordion these up first. Let's just do this first. Let's bring these up and out of the way. Okay, this is how we're gonna see what we're doing. You're going to take these dinosaur hands, you're going to bring them down, and you're going to take these, bring them in, and kind of just make sure that these arms stay straight. Do the same thing on the other side. Make sure they just kind of nicely click into place, like so. Then you're going to take the dinosaur head, just kind of bring it back and angle it down if you will. And then we can work on the rest of this. So, bring these back pieces back like so. Then you're going to undo the legs and kind of just bring them out after this tail section's been split. And you can push these around, and this peg here goes into a small little port that is at the bottom right there. And there's one on both sides, and you want to basically split the tail so you can push this inward a little bit and then bring it back. So once you've done that, it will loosen up enough space for you to work on the rest of the torso. You're going to bring these dinosaur arms out like so. Bring the chest up, rotate it. Actually, bring these down first. Just bring those down enough. Well, don't even do that. Just bring it up. And then, yeah. And then kind of straighten up the arms a little bit to a point where you can basically rotate the chest enough to bring it up all the way, like so. But before you do that, you're going to want to flip up the head. Otherwise, you will never see this robot mode's derpy looking face. So, now we're going to work on what looks like pure hell, but it's not. So you're going to take these pieces, fold them inward. Take the gold pieces here, fold them inward. Then you're going to bring them outward, like so. They are on hinges, like that are in here. You're going to bring the tail section up, just enough, like that. Do the same thing on the other side. Then you're going to want to bring these all the way up. Then kind of... don't do anything yet, but bring the knees all the way up. Make sure they peg into place, or they make a nice little thoop. Rotate at the waist, like that. Then you're going to want to bring these back all the way around and fold them into the leg pieces like that, and they will basically close up like they did in dinosaur mode, just minus the tail. Just then close it back up and tab that into place. Flip out the foot from the bottom, close up the tail piece. It will just kind of clip into place a little bit, just kind of like that. I mean, this side doesn't really like to clip in. Oh, there we go. And then we're going to straighten the arms out, come to the feet, come to the bottom here. This is where you would get like a Sludge tool or something of the nature. That's not what I have. I have toothpick. So I'm going to open this hand up. Come on out. There we go. You're going to open it up, and you're going to rotate at the bicep like so, and then rotate the hand till the thumb is facing the dinosaur's little bitty stubbin of a toe back here. Bring the arm down, rotate it at that, and then bring this one out. This one's a little less problematic. Do all of that and straighten him out. His legs are very weak. I do not recommend that those be messed with. Take his gun. I put it in the right hand. So he's got all this going on here. And there you have Studio Series 86 Sludge in his robot mode. And now, I like the robot mode. I don't like the derpy looking face. Like, just look at this. What kind of face is that? I mean, I know you had multiple different options for a face for this figure. But why did you go with that face? You could have had one where he was smiling. You could have had one where he was, maybe giving a little bit more of an angry look. This just looks like this looks like he farted, but a little bit of poo came out in his pants. Like he sharted, and he knows that he sharted, but he's really looking around the room to make sure everybody else didn't notice. I mean, that's what I'm seeing with this figure. So, and as you saw during the I didn't even have to touch it. I literally didn't even have to do much. Like, his knees, this is the problem with this figure. I don't even have to do anything. His knees are just so loose. I mean, in theory, yes, you could take yourself a tool and you could tighten those joints up a little bit. I mean, I'm actually considering doing that because I have the tools to do that. But I mean, it's not something that would be like something that I would consider like a very good feature. This is not a good feature to have. Okay, somehow we got him into a bending position without his knees falling flat. That is a miracle just because we are on camera with that. I am so sorry. I am literally just jazzed at this. My gosh. Let's slowly edge him to the side so we can get him going into the comparisons here. You guys literally saw how easy it was to knock him over the first time, so let's get these scale comparisons out of the way while we can. So, here he is next to Studio Series 86 Grimlock, Leader Class Grimlock, and Wheelie. And now, the one thing that I was told prior to this guy's release was that he was supposed to have a little dude on his shoulder. I don't know who. From what I was told, it was supposed to be another one of Daniel Witwicky. That came with, let's remove the priciest of the Dinobots out of the way here. It was supposed to be a repaint of Daniel with a little bit more of a war-torn exosuit, but they canceled it because there was not a very good reception to how they were with this guy and not Snarl, with Slag and with Grimlock. So, that being said, I don't think it's a bad thing that they did not give us him because his knees wouldn't support it anyway. So, anywho, here he is with Studio Series Slug, or Slag, and Daniel. Here he is next to Studio Series 86 Cliff Jumper. As you can see, Leader Class Deluxe. Or half a Deluxe. Here he is next to the other priciest bitch in the room. So, here he is finally with Earthrise Prime. Now, let's get that family photo going on in here. Let's get Sludge going on in the middle there. Let's get Grimlock in the background. Let's get Slug over here. What do we... That is a beautiful looking family photo. That is a very wonderful looking family photo, if I do say so myself. This is beautiful. Once again, Hasbro, keep knocking it out of the park with these Studio Series Dinobots. I'll be happy. I'll stop complaining about figures that I really do appreciate, that at the same time I also can't believe that's the woman they decided to go with instead of something else, but this is sufficing to be one of the nicest looking families that's going to be released. And I do know that Studio Series Snarl is out and about. However, every store that I've ever been to, I have yet to come across one. So, yeah, these guys are going to have to do for now. But anywho, this is Thomas Down 1 saying, don't forget to subscribe for more content. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Optination Reviews, Beastman Reviews, Patrick with the Y, Jordy's Rail Videos, Riveted Reviews, iStar552, Bravely GG, and Take Along Productions, as I know they all do some pretty cool stuff. And this is Thomas Down 1 also saying, don't forget to check out our sponsor today, Planet Toys, a world built by collectors, where you can get all of your Transformers needs and more. And this is Thomas Fana1 saying, don't forget to keep playing with your toys. Goodbye.